This is Xena. She is my service dog for PTSD. Her previous owner was a homeless man who dropped off her at my husband's fire station. And ever since then, she has been our dog. Because of her previous owner, she is scared of going to the gym, so that is why I can only go to the gyms right now for about 5 minutes, because I guess she thinks that he's gonna come and take her away from us, so we have to encourage her that she is our dog. But that's her. My name's Eden Babb Brown. When I was a kid, from birth to 16, I grew up in the projects. I was alone most of my time, except for neighborhood dogs that would show me different hideaways, and also my landlord. He and I were really close, he and his wife, and they were like brothers and sisters to me. And they showed me cool stuff, and I helped raise their daughter till she was like maybe 3 or 4 years old, until they moved. And so when I was 16, finally moved out of there, I missed it. Like, I told God that I was going to come back. Fast forward, when I was like 23, 24, I did end up coming back. My best friend Gabby, she's also on TikTok. I forget what her thing is. I'll give y'all a link below. She does homeopathic medicine. She's real good with making antibiotics, and testimony I have about that is that my husband had COVID. He started taking her antibiotics, and within 2 days he was completely better. No more COVID whatsoever. He even went to the doctor and he cleared him to be able to go to work after just 2 days. So we do know it works. She also has high blood pressure stuff as well. But back to me. Well, she introduced me to this church in the same neighborhood I grew up in, called Eden Worship Center. The pastor and I were kindred spirits right away. My spiritual brother there, Elliot Morgan. Love that dude. But anyway, I felt like I belonged at that church. I knew that church was for me. And I knew we were going to do many great things together in the long run. We were separated. He's in Thailand right now. So if you're a Christian, keep him in prayer. Definitely intercede into his ministry. His ministry is Lion Face Ministries. But keep interceding for him. And anyway, so end up at a church that I could minister to the people that I grew up around, and learn some stuff about them. And then God told us it was time to leave, so we left and we went to Life Church. But before that, I felt like I was going through an identity crisis. I didn't know who I was or what I was supposed to do. So I just went to Gulf Shores, not really having that much money. I just drove to Gulf Shores praying and asking God for help. He showed me this international missionary, and he gave me money for missions and also for me so I can get home. And like, I just saw God, through the whole thing. But so fast forward to 28, it was a really tough time. My best friend Gabrielle, my sister, the yin to my yang, she got married, and she was no longer my roommate, and she is no longer in the same state as me, which it broke my heart, because me and her, we've been through so much stuff together. And right now I know she's dealing with the same thing that I've just finished dealing with. And I can't wait to see her when she comes out of it. I know I will. But anyway, I joined the military when I was 28. My first MOS was a 13 Fox artillery, but considering I have dyslexia and autism, I quickly fell out of it, even though the drill sergeant wanted me to be able to do it because he knew my personality would fit for the infantry or for that. But they didn't want to listen to him. They didn't want me to restart from the beginning because I needed more help on the maps and the navigation than what they could give me. So my new MOS was a 91 Bravo, which is a light-wheeled mechanic. Where a light-wheeled mechanic, I hated my life, to be honest with you. Every time I was like wishing I had C4 to blow up the vehicles. My first sergeant Anderson, he was like, he always had to check up on me, he said, because I was the most disgruntled, happiest person he has ever met, because like I have a bubbly personality, you know, but because of the situation I was in, I was depressed, and it was just really hard for me because of that to be myself. So there were times where I was just down and I just felt like a robot or like unfeeling blob that nobody wanted. But so I had him, and then I had Sergeant Major Kreffel, who helped me so much for me to become promotable. It took 3.5 times the first time I ran out of the promotion board crying because of severe anxiety that I had. And it took a staff sergeant of mine that I was real close to tell me, just picture that you have people on your right, people on your left, and people behind you protecting you that are on your side, so you know that you're safe. So I had to picture that, and I was able to get out the NCO creed, but I knew I wouldn't be able to sit still because there is not a still bone in my body. Like, I always have to constantly be moving. I'm like a shark that way, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, so because Sergeant Major knew me and we kept bumping into each other, and he knew my personality, and First Sergeant knew my personality, that I am a leader, they promoted me without asking me a whole bunch of questions like they usually do. But because I had dyslexia, and after I have a service dog, I thought I couldn't go through the military, so I decided to just get out after one contract because I couldn't deal with it anymore. The anxiety was getting worse, the hypervigilance was getting worse. I almost attacked my roommate one time because I didn't hear her leave, but only heard her come back, and almost pounced on her because I thought it was an enemy. And I almost punched my first sergeant one time because he went from behind me to alongside of me, and I literally went, But anyway, I know this is real long, but I just want to let y'all know a little bit about myself. Now I'm better. My husband he's an awesome support to me, and he just loves me unconditionally no matter what my faults are. He loves me through it all, no matter how I dress, because as you can see, I don't dress like a normal female. And I'm not a dyke, I'm not a lesbian, I'm just me. I am a warrior through and through, and that's just who I am. Well, this is me, Eden. Peace out.